Philip Haw and I'm going to say the name wrong. I'm not even going to try. He's a Hawaiian fighter, both in the UFC now. And here Kevin Hein is taking his stabs into MMA, pushing into that same position as his college wrestling teammates.
We're scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and Kevin Hein has not come out like a rocket ship.
No, I think he probably learned a little bit of his lesson after his last fight there with Jordan Moore, man. Maybe I just need to settle down a little bit and be a little bit more patient.
He was just waiting for his moment. He got his body lock. They're right here in front of us in the booth. Monte's got his hips kicked out. Kevin Hein steps over. They circle through, and Hein gets the takedown.
Jumps through.
Slides right through the guard. Heavy, heavy side control. Far side underhook is in. Close side crossface is in. Side control is, in my opinion, the worst position in MMA. Go to the half. Go to the half. Lock the hips up. Keep that man in play. He has 2 legs free. That's why he's using the fence. If he was in half guard, no fence. Not happening. Look, he's circling himself out. Hein has to adjust that right arm to control north-south. Then Monte starts getting his guard back. Posting, standing up. Good hip heist by Monte. Hein behind him. Back on that body lock. Hein hunting the standing katagatame. Monte framing the head. He gets his underhook, and they have squared up. Monte touching the body with that right knee. Kevin Hein looking to free his hand. Expect that right hook to shoot out as soon as it comes free. I'd like to see Hein get his head underneath the chin of Monte.
Trade of knees to the hip. This is like a whole new man here in Kevin Hein.
His mouthpiece is already off his teeth. That's a bad sign. Little suck and win. You see that toe drop, the knees start to give. Could be that he was just getting a little excited in here.
Yeah, if I'm in the corner of Monte Morrison, man, or his camp, they probably saw, his last fight. I was like, okay, man, you know what? If we can just withstand that first round.
But Hein is fighting so much smarter.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's choosing his explosive moments.
It's like you got a aggressive fighter versus a patient fighter. We've seen it out of Monte. His last fight with us was against Kevin Church, who's now got picked up by 1FC. And we saw they were just calm.
There's also an extreme experience difference here. Kevin Hein is a 1-0-1 professional.
Yeah, 2 pro fights.
Monte Morrison has 11.
11?
11 pro fights. So I'm not sure how many amateur fights Monte has, but in total, I would assume he's close to 20 fights, if not more. Where Kevin Hein is probably at the 6 or 7 fight mark. That's just an absolute ton of cage experience and calm and lack of nerves, and you can't mess with that. As a guy who got nervous in all of his fights, that was the worst part.
Yeah, me too. I always used to get nervous. I wish I would have had some free nicotine pouches before my fights.
Shout out.
Free wintergreen 3 milligram packages right here. #1 sponsor. But
that's
at
all I
least
can
2
handle.
of the 3 members in this booth.
All I can handle is just 3 milligrams. I can't do anything more than that. I'm a lightweight when it comes to
Hein
that.
with the takedown, shucks his head out the side. He's on the back again. Monte found his post. He is back up on base. Hein has that right hook in. If I'm Hein, I'm taking my weight off that right leg and hooking it deep, looking for the ankle, trying to pull a De Bronx. So look, he's got that hook. Hein can push off the fence, or he can sit backwards and kind of sag into the back while kicking the foot forward. Monte is being very smart by leaning forward. That puts more weight on the foot, making it that much harder for Hein to kick it out. If Hein can pop the hips backwards.
Kevin Hein asking the referee as they go about, hey, are these elbows legal?
Yes, they are.
And this is what I call standing ground and pound. As long as you have your opponent tied up, man, you can beat him up.
Now, in this position where Monte has his head on the fence, I call for a cheese grater. I mean, do a sag into the fence with their head's on. It is going to shred their face, or at the very, very least, hurt a lot.
Short time here in the first round.
Strong ride here. Hein has been on Monte this whole round. Monte, when he had space, landed a couple good shots, but 2 or 3 good punches aren't going to overcome 3.5 minutes, 4.5 minutes of ride time. Hein is going to have to do some damage to really signify that he's in control here. Same for Morris. Morris has to put hands on Hein. Not being taken down is not going to get you a W, right? Monte's got to be hot and aggressive from the jump. Use his jab to set the distance and manage it, unleashing his right hand to do the big damage. Hein is going to overhand, Golovkin shift, step in, rush the body lock, rush the double. If Monte is working behind his jabs, he'll be able to mitigate that space and that distance, especially if he can squat and change level with Hein.
Yeah.
He won't even really need to sprawl. He'll just have to match the hips, because if you can't get under a guy, you can't take him down. I will say this, Monte doesn't look winded in the very least. Hein chewing the mouthpiece, already pushing it out. You can see him breathing through his cheeks, breathing through his belly. The Google glasses are on and the round begins. This reminds me of the Pride. Remember the Pride glasses cam? Where that dude had a whole scope on the side of his head?
Monte needs to keep those hands up, man. Because when Kevin Hein is coming, man.
He throws hard, man. It's not very, like, traditional or super technical.
Oh.
Right in the jimmy. Ooh. Hit him in the ding-ding. You know what I'm saying? Miles, as a guy with a lot of stuff, how does it feel to get kicked in the stuff?
I don't like it.
Yeah, you're going to have a bad time.
And also, too, when you do get kicked in the stuff, I'm going to take at least 2 minutes minimum.
Yeah. I think he might have felt that Hein was going to get more out of the rest than he was.
Yeah.
And if you're a professional of so many fights, one would assume you have a steel cup, a low blow cup, or one of those better brands, so as to protect your twig and berries, your cash and prizes.
Yeah, every time Kevin Hein, comes in to throw that right overhead, man, his back foot gets up off the ground. If you want to actually to land and connect and more power, he needs to sit down on the punch. Don't come up. Your back leg shouldn't be coming up off the ground when you're landing that right cross.
But I also believe Hein is using the right hand to step in and close the distance into like a single double body, because he really does want to grapple.
Yeah.
Monte very elusive.
Yeah, if I'm Monte, man, I just take a step back and maybe a switch knee, maybe an uppercut, because his head, Kevin Hein's head is dipping to that side.
I'm perfectly fine with how Monte is evading him, but he's leaving and letting him off the hook. You cannot let them off the hook. That means they made an aggressive or offensive attempt.
Big overhand.
Knocks the mouthpiece out of Hein. Hein catches it. Monte gives him the time to put it back in. But it seems Monte has found his range.
Yeah, he does have the slight reach advantage.
I think he sees Kevin Hein using big movements, big energy when he attempts to strike with him.
Yeah, he can see all those big movements from a mile away, especially here as the round goes on and Kevin Hein may get a little bit more tired. He has to dig a little bit deeper, and more body, is able to see visibly. Monte's able to see that. His body sort of before he throws the strike in. I can see that coming from a mile away.
Hein is dominating the offensive wrestling, but he's not getting to the scoring portion. It is so much easier to defend grappling than it is to be offensively successful in grappling. So, though Monte is not being offensive in any way, he's in a position where he's not really in a ton of danger.
Yeah.
However, it's hard to win a round with your back on the fence.
Yeah, so physically, Monte doesn't feel like he's losing, but on the judges' scorecards,
he probably is, unless he's doing something good from the inside. There's a lot of tricky stuff you can do here.
Good knee to the body right there.
I use this as a stall position. If you can control the wrist like he is on that far side, you can use your inside knee to do some decent damage, but it doesn't present like you're doing big damage unless you force the guy to take a knee. Monte stepped back, might have grazed him with a thumb in the eye. looked to be incidental and unintentional. Hein blinking it out.
Couldn't make it out on that replay, but they're back to it.
Hein looks like he got more jacked since the last one.
Another one?
Yeah, he's posting out. He's posting with an open hand.
Yeah, he's got to keep those fingers.
Like, the rules are you can't point fingers too, but he's palm up, palm in. You know, you can catch a thumb or a finger real easy, man. You're rushing in. Let's run that back. We're here, we're looking at the replay. We're just trying to get it queued up. The guys are inside arguing.
What is Kevin saying? He can't see? He can't continue on?
I think I saw him say, like, this is the third time, or it's been 3 times. I don't know.
Does he have contact? Does the contact popped out or something? Or?
I guess what? See your low blow, and I raise you 2 eye pokes.
Dude, I would take a low blow over an eye gouge 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
We keep missing it. Let's run that back. Hasn't come up yet. It's run just too fast.
Right.
We're trying to get it back.
Nothing yet.
Nothing conclusive on the replay from the angle that we captured.
I would just like to see it slowed down. It runs by so quick, it's just a second.
So I guess that you got 1 full first round here, and we got about 90 seconds left in round number 2. Is this enough to score it as it is?
They say, from what I understand, if you are past the halfway point and an accidental infraction causes a stop, it goes to a decision. But similar happened last time, and it was turned into no contest. So, I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin's last fight, the first round was out the way, and it was, I don't know at what point was it during the second round.
You know, in the moment while we're getting all this figured out, do you want to talk about some of our sponsors?
Some of what?
Our sponsors?
Certainly. Certainly want to give a shout out to free nicotine pouches coming through.
I'm just saying, I haven't had nicotine in about 20 years, but I have about 35 milligrams of pouches in my I have a full hockey puck, bottom and top, and then I actually put 2 in my nose. So we are rocking and rolling right now.
Also want to give a shout out to Defense Soap. They're all natural with tea tree and eucalyptus essential oils.
There's few things I like more in the world than tea tree and eucalyptus, if I'm being honest.
Appreciate them hooking up our fighters with a bunch of soap and us with some wipes, because cage side, it gets nasty.
It does. Now, let me ask you, can I make a shout out here?
So go ahead.
I would like to shout out my personal sponsor, FightTape.us. We use it to wrap all the hands that we are assigned here at Combat Night. I think it is the finest tape and gauze on the market. If you are in the market, you are a coach, you're a commentator, or not a commentator, a cut man, and you need some gauze and tape, check out FightTape.us. Thanks, Ramsey.
Certainly.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get things back with 90 seconds left here in this second round. Kevin Hein is still blinking that right eye off. If I'm Monte, man, I'm going to close my fist and just jab at his eyes.
I mean, Monte should be jabbing as much as he can anyway. He's 6 foot something. And he has a good jab. He has a great right straight. I'd like to see him use it.
Kevin Hein.
Happy with the engagement. Because if Monte's backing up, he's hard to wrestle. If Monte's coming forward, it's easy to tie up, or easier. Maybe more dangerous, but at least he's coming to you. You only have to make up half the distance. Hein in control on the fence. He wants to dig that underhook up so he can shift Monte's weight over. I'd like to see head position from both of these guys. If you can win the head position battle, you can win most battles against the fence or in general wrestling. Hein has the underhook. The fence is getting in his way. Make it hard for him to pummel because you know he wants that deep grip.
Referee Isaiah Cabal wants to see some action here. He breaks things up.
Hein bleeding off the top of his head.
Taking a peek at the clock.
20 seconds. Big right hand by Monte. Clears the distance. Hein lunges at him.
A couple of blistering shots to that lead leg. Look at that instant hematoma and lump on that shin.
You can hear Pereira in the distance just whispering, "Chama," into the wind.
2 kicks, and on the left leg there of Kevin Hein, you saw a lump.
Yes. I know. They said he would not be able to work the corner if he was wrapped. So he said, wrap me when we're done.
All right, we are just about set for round number 3. Monte off the stool. And that left leg of Kevin Hein is blistered up.
Oof. Man, calf kicks are so devastating. You guys gotta get good at checking them and evading them. It's hard to do because they're very quick. It takes very little movement.
City goes right back to it.
Here we go, this third and final round here. I really don't know who's up on the judges' scorecard, so if I'm both of these fighters here, man, I want to finish.
Man, Monte is getting out of the way by just like a centimeter. He might want to keep his hands up, because though Hein might be the more tired of the two, he is putting every single ounce of his body weight into these shots. And if they touch your jaw is going to be questioning its existence. This is the part of fighting I don't miss. The grindy hard part.
Yeah.
I miss the part when you win and they raise your hand and you get money. That part's great.
Monte is doing a good job of controlling the center of that combatant gun there and having Kevin Heinz back against the cage, but when Kevin, feels it, he just explodes forward. He doesn't want to stay there too long.
Yeah, Monte's just quicker.
He's more athletic in fluidity-wise. Oh, the knee on the shot. And Hein still gets him down, but Monte shucks it off and gets back up to his feet. Monte looks fantastic here. I just wish he could put some offense together. Because hanging on the fence with Hein is kind of putting the fight in question just based on ride time and control.
Yeah, it's that age-old question when it comes to the judges. Who do you give the point to? Do you give it to the person initiating the takedown but unsuccessful, or do you give it to somebody who's defending the takedown and fighting and not letting the opponent drag him down to the ground?
I mean, in reality, isn't a null point because nothing happened. So it's not even taken into consideration. Hein's giving tells here. The leg is hurt. He's kind of lunging his chest in as he initiates.
3 minutes, Monte's starting to feel it now.
I mean, how could you not? Even though you're not taking a ton of damage, you've done some hard wrestling for about 9 minutes. And Hein is not a weak or small man. And he's coming at you.
And essentially, you sort of taken everything that he's able to give him thus far. His explosion off the cage coming forward. You know, he was on top of you for a little bit in that first round, but you're able to get back up. You're able to stuff now, you know, these second and third round takedowns.
Beautiful work by Hein,
right
getting underneath the hook.
Too
Monte
high.
pops up, but Hein is under the jaw here.
Ooh.
Monte peeling the hand. Hein getting shuck off.
That
but
looks
he's
tight from
keeping
every
the
which
head.
angle.
Level
He
change,
gets out
back
of
to
it.
the double. Can he get those hips off the ground? He starts to. Hein still got that dog in him.
And he's going for broke.
Yeah, that rear naked choke, man, was quick how he cinched that up there. But Monte, man, is a dog, man. He was fight hard out of it.
Man, I have to scream this from the rooftops. When you are going for a rear naked choke and you are a professional and you cannot get under the chin, but you can get on the jaw, take the jaw. You're not an amateur anymore.
Ooh.
There is money on the line. There are elbows being thrown. Take the jaw. They will give you the neck or they will tap. It is their choice. Hein dropping down to the ankle pick. Swings the leg. Monte gets him back up into his hips. Stomps the floor yet again. Hein insistent on this high crotch. Monte not able to escape, but able to defend.
Yeah, referee Isaiah.
Cabal breaks him up.
He wants some more action, man.
Kevin Hein looks gassed as he glances up at the clock.
There's 50 seconds left, and Kevin Hein wants to take advantage of all of them, as does Monte. This is a perfect time for whoever wants to make a statement to make a statement.
Yeah, and they got almost 30 seconds left, so they got to put an exclamation point on that statement.
"30 seconds to go. Hein giving it his best. Monte being evasive, but again, zero offense. Monte happy to control the center, but he hasn't made any attacks. Knocks the mouthpiece out of Kevin Hein. Monte goes, sure, you can have it. And as he drops down to pick it up, Monte attacks. Not a cool thing to do. You gave him the okay, you backed off, then you changed your mind.
But that's why they say you must protect yourself at all times.
You should, but he gave him the okay. Gentlemen, I'll catch you in a minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the judges have reached a decision, a split decision at that. For your winner, out of the red corner, Kevin Ogbonna